Today I want to talk more about temperature blankets. For those that are new to my channel, you may not know that next year a number of us ladies are going to do a temperature blanket together. So that way we have incentive to keep on going. We've got each other, we can share photos, which I would just love to do, to encourage everyone along and just enjoy making a blanket together. So if you think you're interested in this, keep an eye out for my temperature blanket videos. Everyone is welcome, of course. The more the merrier, I think, don't you? What I have done is scour through Instagram and found a number of different temperature blanket styles that you can use. And I just want to show them to you just as a matter of interest, so you've got some idea of what's available and whether you may like to do something like that or not, or just keep it simple like mine. If you haven't seen my temperature blanket yet, I'll show you. It's just made of little 2 round granny squares joined together using the join as you go method. So easy, so quick, I love it. And I've done blues, greens, golds, creams and browns in mine. Actually, I'll just run off and get the guide. Here we are. This is my temperature guide with temperature on this side and yarn colour on that side, and just a little sample to make things easy. Now, I am a little bit disappointed because I think 2 of these haven't been used at all, but you know, that's just silly. That's just me being silly Jelly. But nevertheless, this is what we're going to be doing. Allocating a colour to each temperature. Now, you all come from around the world and will have different climate to me. So you'll just have to work out whether you want to allocate 1 colour per 1 degree, or if you're in an area that has a really wide difference between the coolest temperature and the hottest temperature, you might want to have a few degrees per 1 colour. Anyway, the options really are endless, as you're going to see. I can't wait for you to see these other ones that I'm going to scroll through for you. I've said before that I think next year I will do a 2 colour granny square, being coldest temperature for the day in the centre and hottest temperature for the day in the outside. But depending on how much I load myself up next year, I've yet to see, instead of doing that, I might do a 3 round granny square, just to make the blanket a little bit bigger. Because I think this one is really going to turn out to more a lap size, child size. So it'll be the hottest temperature for each day in 2024. Now, the way that it's planned is it ends up with about, I think, 5 or 7 rows short, which of course you can't just leave on the end. So those colours will go around the full blanket and become the border. And that should look really nice, I think, too. It'll just tie everything together. Look, I just can't tell you how enjoyable this has been. I feared that it was going to be a bit of a, you know, something that I didn't really look forward to, but in fact it's the opposite. So I do mine Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Mostly it's 2 or 3 days, which takes absolutely hardly any time at all. And the result is wonderful. It's just interesting to look and see what pops up. You know, you see the temperature of the day and you think, oh, that'll be a gold one today. It's a bit of fun. So let me roll all these temperature blankets that I've come up with to show you. I'm pretty excited. Here goes. How do you feel now that you've seen those? Oh, you know, I just love the linen stitch one, which is 1 row per day, which again freaked me out because I thought it'd be too much. But Taryn actually did 1 row per 2 days. So she averaged 2 days out. That way her blanket was a lot shorter, because you will have seen one of them who did the moss or the linen stitch, and the blanket was like the size of an outdoor bench seat. The blankets can become very big. So if you don't mind what size it is, you can just go for it. Do any pattern whatsoever. I was trying to be mindful of the size because I didn't want it too big. I would so love to hear which style you like the best. Pop it in the comments. I'm just purely interested and keen to see what you might come up with, what you might do next year. As the time gets closer, I'm going to talk to you more often about our temperature blankets and the planning for that. I'm going to do up some printable forms for you to keep track of what you're doing, your colours, your why. You might like to write a little story about it, because not everybody does the highest temperature of the year that they're in. Some people choose the year that their baby was born. You know, it can be 25 years ago. As long as you've got access to historical temperatures, ours is through the Bureau of Meteorology. I'm not sure, does every country have that same thing or something similar? So that's something you can do now, is go and Google historical daily temperatures in the area that you live, because that might determine how you choose to do your blanket. Other people will do a completely different colour to their palette. Say they might add a white, and they put a square at the end of each month or on special dates, you know, wedding anniversaries and birthdays. So the possibilities really are endless, and I want you to take a little bit of time to think about this. See what makes you feel excited. What makes you excited? Is it just to leave it plain like I have? Or do you want to add special dates in? Something that's really meaningful for you? And then there's the colours too. I absolutely adore the parchment colour as a joining colour. It's just a plain neutral and I really love it. In reality, I'm quite a plain Jane girl when it comes to colours for dressing. It's grey or black. I buy other colours and they just don't get worn. And I just find parchment goes with everything. So that's another colour for you to consider. What do you want your joining colour to be? And it doesn't have to be a plain neutral like mine. It can be absolutely anything. Whatever makes you feel happy. When you look at the colours, if they make you smile, they're your colours to use. Who knows? I may well use these same colours again next year because it'll turn out different. Won't that be interesting to compare the pair? Anyway, I'm going to go and leave you with these things to ponder. So it is style of your temperature blanket, the colours you would like to use, how many colours, because you don't have to use a lot. You could use 7 or 10 if you want to allocate a chunk of temperatures to that one colour. And your joining colour, what might it be? Just take some time, let those few pointers sit with you and see what comes up. And I'll be so keen to see what you want to do. If you've got some thoughts or ideas about it at the moment, drop me a message in the comments section. I would so love to hear what they are. Okay everyone, I've left you with some food for thought. If you have any questions or queries, also leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, give me a thumbs up Consider subscribing if you enjoy my videos, and I will see you again very soon. Bye for now.